Tired of the way YouTube's making you feel nowadays? Join us at the And What Are We Doing Here podcast, where I'm Dan.
I'm Mike.
We're going to try and answer those questions.
All right. How you doing today, Dan?
Good. Can't complain. Nobody would listen.
I'm not letting anybody get my feet pics for free anymore.
No.
Apparently, I hear the kids, there's a whole freaking industry for that.
Really?
Cottage. I don't even know if it's like regular cheese or if it's just cottage cheese. You know what I mean? One of them kind of cottage industries, or if it's full blown like kids in cages, freaking.
Oh, geez.
Big times.
That
like,
went dark really
It did,
quick.
right? We took a left. Where's my freaking
I was going to Albuquerque and you took us somewhere really.
The song I got to sing when I bomb the joke. Sometimes you just got to ride it to the ground, dude. There's nothing you can do about it. All right. So how was your week again?
I had a really crazy week, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with my neighbor.
Oh, that's right.
You know, like guy.
Oh man, I don't know if you want to go into that.
I'm not going to.
Holy cow! Yes,
yeah, that was pretty
intense.
Crazy. You know, just give a little insight into what it is. A person across the street kind of disrespected my wife, threatened her, and it didn't work out for him. We'll just leave it at that. That didn't happen.
Man, do you think that had anything to do with the eclipse?
No, I think it had to do with the track marks all over his arm.
Oh, word. That'll do it. That will do it.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with them kind of junkies, dog. I mean, it's like, listen, if you got a problem, it's a problem. I get it. We all been there. Well, not all of us, but some of us have. Mm-hmm. But, like, it's like when you start acting a fool like that in public and you be leaving traces around so little kids see this shit, pardon my language, this stuff, and you be, you know what I mean? Then that we can't be having that. It's unacceptable. No. And, you know, if drugs are supposed to make you happy, clearly you weren't happy, fella. You need to go check yourself in.
The thing
you know
with
what I mean?
Stuff is just there's human decency involved in whatever you do. And, like, just because you got a buzz on, and I've been way out there myself, way out there. I've never once left a rig on the frickin' sidewalk by a school or chucked it out the window with the point on it. Like, you know, when I was very careful. We had 2-liter bottles. We took our stuff to the exchange.
Well, everything was a crime.
Everything was.
If you didn't have it in a certain way, too.
Yeah, I don't know. Different generation, I guess. I don't know. I just have respect for my fellow humans.
Well, and I also think that once you're clearly walking over, like you're acting out of sorts like that. Like you already have.
Yeah, but who are you acting out at? Like,
that's my point.
It's society's fault.
Well, right. Like once you
own it.
Clearly, if the drugs are not making you like, you're supposed to be good, right? And once you're no longer good, then maybe it's time to go get help.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well,
I mean, generally, maybe before that. However,
you know how powerful it is.
I do, but that's the thing I didn't understand. You know what? When I was in rehab, and I would hear this, and it was the weirdest thing to me. People would go. It was really people who did, and I don't want to judge them, but it was the drug that they did. These were the people that told the story. Was people who smoked crack, and they would say this.
Yeah, that shit's
they would
really
go like
out
this.
there.
They would say this, dude. They would go, I would smoke it, get all freaked out, hide out in the closet until it went away, and then go smoke it again, and then keep, rinse, repeat. And I'm like, bro, that's
it's crazy.
A problem.
I've actually seen people hide behind couches and stuff, like, and carpet surf. Like, I've seen some dudes that can hang 10 with a flashlight and carpet surf, and I'm talking.
That's a little more
They look like they work for CSI.
I got you.
They need to hire them.
This could be
they're
coconut.
Really thorough.
It could be cat litter.
They're thorough. They'll find every crumb. They may not know if it's coconut or crumb, but they'll find it. They'll find it.
And they're pretty good.
And they'll try. They'll do their own experiments. No lab required. Just like,
no, that burned blue. You saw how that burned?
That was carpet. But I've seen people literally jump
shag carpet.
Full tilt, like a stunt man would jump over a couch, like take a hit and run and jump behind the couch because someone knocked on the door next door. Dude. It wasn't even his door.
Yes.
It was across the hall, and he heard that knock.
Well, it's time to
get
help.
And was like back in Nam, you know what I mean? He freaking, and this is Da Nang, and you know, don't answer the door. It's Charlie. You know what I mean? Like
fortunate son in the back.
But then the crazy part is,
get off the chopper.
When he comes out, he just act like nothing happened. You know what I mean? It just continued the conversation like nothing. Didn't miss a beat. And I'm just like hanging out with my buddy, and I'm like looking at him like,
We weren't all back in Nam.
Right. Well, it was just so bizarre because no one addressed it. Like, yeah, dude, you just did a ninja jump over the couch and hid back there while somebody knocked across the street, and then you get up and just like continue the conversation we're having as if nothing just happened. Like, you didn't see me just ninja jump the couch. That didn't happen. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, correct.
That's not
In
the
fact,
stem you're
those are the droids. Go mess with him.
That's not your stem.
Yeah, seek help.
Immediately.
So, you know what's funny is that when I was in Kentucky this week, we went to a fast food jump off. What do they have there? They have the Dairy Queen, the DQs.
They're good.
Yeah, and apparently each DQ is independently operated and owned. And now, also a unique aspect of Kentucky folks should ought to understand is that their minimum wage is not too high above the federal minimum wage. Now, I myself, this isn't a minimum wage talk here. I'm not a fan of the minimum wage myself. However, there is a problem when one state is at 15 and these are at $9, as the kids say, right? You roll into a McDonald's up here, you get people like, can I get you a nugget? You know what I mean? Like, they're just so rude and like, yeah, just could care less. And these people were so polite. They helped me pick out the order. They're like, oh, you don't want that, honey. You want this one because it's blah, 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 blah. And she, like, you know what I mean? Saved us money.
Why do you think people are leaving New York in droves?
Oh, man.
Why do you think people are leaving?
Bro, it's a thing down there. It's like there's so... I remember watching the UPS guy. The UPS guy. So the somebody had dropped off a package. And it wasn't the UPS, it was the Postal Service dropped off the package, and the package had been ripped. And so then I watched this woman talk to the UPS driver, and I'm like, he's going to just tell her to shut up. I didn't do it. I don't care. He was like, oh, yeah, you got to do this and this. He told her how to deal with it, told her what to do. And, oh, you know, they don't care about it. Like, we pack it really good. And, like, and it was a whole thing. Like, in New York, it would have been keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have a line for that.
Oh, no. Like,
period.
So
you're on your own. Homie.
Yeah, right. This is the competitor. He's helping somebody out from the competitor.
Because that's the community.
It's
that's
a community.
how the people were raised. You know,
it's a community, and that's what I said. Because it's $9.
Yeah, I used to because people down there don't require that. You go get a cheeseburger, it's not $16.
Thank you.
Yeah, but the price is not $16. Everything is down a little bit. If you're making $9 minimum wage, it's like everything. Those microcosm economies are like.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You'll have those little places, but
I think if I can give numbers out, like
a small ice cream's like $2.
Well, I think the whole thing we got was like I think it was like chicken fingers, fries, and
the good kind.
Chicken fingers, fries. I think you could get a cola and a soda and an ice cream. Chicken fingers, fries, soda, and ice cream. I drank water. I don't drink that crap.
How much was that?
$7, as the Canadians would say.
See what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure it was $7.
You couldn't get 2 ice creams for $7 here.
Hell no, you couldn't even get 2 ice creams.
No, they're $5.
And when we got the ice creams, I saw this other lady in front of me had strawberries and hot fudge on it. I'm like, ooh, I want that. And then I asked the lady, and she did it for me. And then when the lady did it for me, I looked over and I saw the nuts, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to ask her for the nuts.
Of course, man. You got to ring the bell,
and
homie.
She said I get to have the nuts, and she gave me the nuts. And then the person I was with, they got that too. And like, they were totally cool about it. You know what I mean? She was like, oh, yeah, sugar.
That's what you're supposed to do when you're slinging ice cream. What difference is it to them what toppings you want? I want broccoli if you got it. You know what I mean?
No, you can only have one topping. That's all you're allowed. Box checking. That's what happens.
Cheeseburger,
normally.
no chips.
Correct. That's normally what happens. Uh-oh. That's not me.
Well, fries with that.
Right.
Nope. No fries, only cheese.
I don't know. I could go through countless experiences I had down there, and it is the community because it's like I remember going into the knife shop. I think I was there for an hour before I talked to the guy about why I was actually there. You know what I mean? Like, we had this whole conversation. I can't even remember. It was a bunch about his brother. Then it was because I was out of town. And then how blah, blah, blah. And it just went through this whole thing.
Yeah,
and then
nice.
It was like,
people are nice. You come from literally, we live in a blue-collar industrial wasteland. When you drive around here, it's boards. Buildings are all decrepit, falling down. A main street, big blocks. All the stores are gone. And then the ones that are here are just you know, the bottom of the barrel.
This Walmart,
you know what I mean?
Walmart.
Like they're just, we live in a blue collar industrial wasteland. Like all the business left when NAFTA, when they signed NAFTA, it was the harpoons through our community completely. It was over. Thanks, Bill Clinton. We really appreciate NAFTA.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, so I don't want to get too political, but the very first election I voted in was for Ross Perot.
Yeah, I couldn't vote for Jobber.
Oh yeah, I could. I didn't have any problems yet.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
But I do vote now, and you can probably guess which way.
I vote all the way up Main Street. That's what Jimmy John told me once. I'm not going to tell you who he is, but he has two names.
I know
you could help him out. So yes, and the other thing, when I was at the place for the ice cream, they said Orange Julius's. Did it? Remember Orange Julius?
Yeah, I freaking love.
What was an Orange Julius?
It was like a Shake Shack in the mall. They would have like all different kinds of fruit, and then they make ice, and they would have like, you could get like an orange. I would pick out strawberry, orange, banana was my jam, and then they would just throw all that stuff in a blender, zip it up to you, give you a jumbo like 45 caliber straw, and a big cup for.
Why did that go away?
I don't know. I used to get the creamsicle ones where they put a scotch of milk in with the orange. Why would that
go away?
It was just a franchise thing. They were all across malls.
Do they still exist?
I'm sure they do somewhere, but if not, that would be a travesty in American history. The day Orange Julius died, man, I would send them flowers for sure. My childhood was full of those. That was my jam. I would go to the mall, go to Orange Julius, then go to the arcade and play Golden Axe.
I never went to the Orange Julius.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, remember though?
It was so good.
I was always broke.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. It wasn't much. You know, you get a shake, whatever. Not a shake, a smoothie. They were like smoothies, not shakes. You know, they were like fruit. It was good for you. That's why they went away. The government wants us all fat and stupid, so you can't have vegetables on ice. Nope, we're going to give you. Instead, they put Cinnabon.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If you could put all those things in some kind of Slurpee sauce, we'd be fine. We could keep it.
Orange Julius? No.
Wow.
We want Soylent Green.
I never had an Orange Julius. I can't believe I missed it.
Yeah, bro. You know what, though? I could hook you up. I got the recipes.
Really?
Shit, yeah.
You just told me the recipe.
Yeah, it's
everybody's got the
ice
recipe
and
now.
Fruit.
I mean, that's actually how we're going to label the video.
And we've
got the Orange Julius recipe right here. We just gave it to you.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, do the things, kids.
Yep.
So what? So I would imagine they would put orange sherbet in it. That's what I would do. I would
all
have one with that.
Stuff.
Like you said, heavy cream one. Oh my god, heavy cream.
Then it whips up and gets thick. And
a yogurt. Yeah.
You just put heavy whipping cream into a milkshake. You think that would be just common practice,
right?
Because it would be like,
that brings me to the next thing.
I got to make one of those later. I actually have heavy whipping cream in there, but I
love
don't have
heavy
no
whipping
ice cream.
I get that a lot. In the next chapter of my life, I'm moving out to the country here shortly. And I'm thinking about getting chickens, right? Because I think I'll be able to do that when we go. And a goat, because when I was in Kentucky, I saw this little goat, man. This thing was super cute. Just kicking all around. You know what I mean? It's like smart, and it's like trying to headbutt you. You know what I mean? It's just like,
yeah, they're cool.
She's just a little gal like this big, you know what I mean? But I think she's gonna get bigger.
Oh, sure.
So I think they make them though, that the ones that stay that small. So I might get one just for fun, for a pet like that, and to hang out with the other ones.
It'd be crazy just rolling up with a goat like a pit bull. Yeah. You know what I mean? Does he bite? No, but he'll ram the hell out of you.
Yeah, actually, Shirley, she'll get you. Why do you call her Shirley? Shirley, she'll get you. You know what I mean? And then it was funny because this one was so young, that little one, and they're like, they had to still bottle feed her, and then like they had brought all these plants home, and I'm like watching her eat all the plants though that they brought. Oh
yeah, it'd be perfect where you're going because all that Japanese bamboo.
Yeah,
he would be big, or he or she would be jacked.
Well, I would get a girl, right? So I could
live on bamboo shoots.
Yeah, you don't milk the dudes.
Well, you could. Right. I mean,
I did
you're
that.
You're not going to get very much.
No, I took forever. My arm hurt. Yeah. I was like, "What am I going to do?" You got to
whisper in his ear. That's the trick.
It's funny because this old fella came up and did it when I did it. He's like, "Boy, I got to say this to him." And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, "Wait a minute, this is a horse." What? So you guys
not salami.
Oh man, dude. So anywho, I think it'll be interesting. See, I'm kind of scared about the commitment for the goats, though. You know, I'm not going to lie. I don't have to milk. I mean, I'm going to milk it every day.
Good news is goat's really tasty.
Yeah. Is it because?
But if you give it a name, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Did we talk about this? Because I had thought about raising a beef cow.
That's a big commitment. That's a big commitment.
Because at first I was like, I was thinking a female cow instead of the goat.
I'm telling you right
now,
now,
a milking cow, you got to milk 3 times a day.
You're better off paying a farmer for half a cow.
Yeah,
and you can help raise that cow. But I'm telling you right now, you don't want to get close.
I'm on it with the goat jam. I'm on the goat jam.
They're smart, man. You don't want to get next to something you can eat. You got to eat. It's hard. I've had to do it.
Yeah, right. Milking the goat jam's fine. You know.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Oh, milk a goat.
Should be like, oh yeah, get this thing. This thing weighs a ton. Get it out of here. We'll milk.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Word. And then I almost said rabbits, but the chickens. And I guess I hear the thing about chickens is you get chicken math. It's like 1 chicken, 2 chickens is the same as taking care of like 40.
Yeah.
And so then you end up with a bunch of them, right? So who knows? But I mean, I don't think I need that many eggs.
Oh, Jade had like 6 and had more eggs than she knew what to do with.
Yeah,
you can only eat so many freaking eggs, and you got 6 of them. They lay some of them like 2 a day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a dozen a day.
Right on. And then all the milk.
I would be pickling them little buggers right up because man, I'll tell you, I love me some pickled eggs.
We're gonna do
the old
it.
Pollock and me raises its head like a dragon when you talk some pickled eggs.
Yo, we're gonna do that. Plus, there's all sorts of fruit trees around there too, so we're gonna clean up the area for the fruit trees.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
And then my man's over here, I'm sure, wants to make freaking cider in the summertime or in the springtime.
I'm stoked that Granny Smith tree that we found 10 feet away from where the old one was, because they had apples. I shit you not. Man. They were like cantaloupes, and they were the best tart. Like you can make a freaking apple pie with 3 of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've never seen an apple anywhere in my life. Maybe it was because I was a kid and they're so big. I have like kid memory.
No, but I remember seeing some nice ones out in the wild like that. Some big ones, like you were saying, you know, or was a farmer. But I mean, if you go down the hill, you know, for miles, there's just apple trees all the way down.
Oh yeah, I'll take you out 5 streams. You know, it's like the roads are lined with apple trees from the deer. They planted apple trees years ago, and the farm, all that brush grew up.
Oh, okay.
And there's just all the deer eat them and shit everywhere, and the apple trees have a big footprint, so they keep themselves going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I thought it was Johnny Appleseed. I thought he was just coming through. Bing, 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 bing.
It's a myth. It was a bird.
He was grafting. Anyway, if you wanted good apples, you'd have to graft. The apples back in the day sucked.
Steffi Graf.
They were awful. You know what I mean?
Tennis apple.
Yeah.
Right.
Anywho,
is she a tennis player?
I don't watch tennis. I
don't watch any of that stuff, but I remember I knew some sporty chick, I guess.
Was named Apple?
No, Steffi Graf.
Steffi Graf? What the hell is that?
It's some athlete, I think. Yeah.
Down to earth, Michael. I just told you that. Wow. Okay. Holy cow. It is a person.
It's all right. I like to ride. It's all right.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So on to the next after we talk about the next chapter of the goat. So pay tuned for the goats. We'll see what happens. Perhaps we'll have milking videos and you'll meet the little bugger. I'm so excited right now. Of course, that's just good enough for me. And I might just do it just this and that's it. And they're like talking to me about goats later. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm on to my next retarded invention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever. But anywho, let's pull this one up right here if we can. I'm not sure how we want to start this one. So there was a problem at NPR, I heard. So let's start with NPR journalist blows whistle on that one. Is the Daily Mail? What is this place? So apparently the NPR editor has blown a whistle on how the publicly funded broadcasters become an activist organization obsessed with pushing progressive ideals. Anyway, so this guy, Yuli Berliner, says that basically he's been an editor for NPR for 25 years and accuses them of, let's raise this up for a minute. Oh, my man.
Or being way too far left and obsessed. Yeah. You don't say.
You don't, right. Veteran NPR. Oh, wait. That's the same one I read. All right, keep going. Let's see if we'll go to the essay. What he says. In an essay, Berliner notes that the NPR has always had a liberal bent. I should read. So I should go look up this one on the Free Press, right? Berliner notes NPR has always had a liberal bent, but the publication was not knee-jerk activist or scolding. Something he says changed when DJ entered. I didn't even say his name. I couldn't even because I didn't want to make everybody upset. entered the political arena. Did you see how I did that? Berliner uncovers how. Oh, that's in the article.
Yeah.
Does it say anything he does?
This is a
It
nothing
was
burger.
similar with the COVID lab leak theory and the laptop. So this is the Daily Mail. Who are they? NPR, actually. Let's go to the NPR one now. So anyway, so this guy blows the whistle on him. No, the one over to the left, one more. Other way. Sorry, my bad. That one. Yeah. So this is, they said it about him right here.
Well, I'm glad that people are starting to stand up to the nonsense. You know, like, come on, we all got our what we think, but some of these people are going a little crazy. You know,
Yeah.
like, we all got to be able to meet in the middle. Like basically, a lot of what I think is just like people. You know, nobody cares, but you just knock it off. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm just like, dude, that's how I feel like that. Like, just tell society, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
WT.
right.
F already.
Enough.
I just want to watch a movie.
Right. We don't want to check boxes through everything. Well, there's not 3 of these. There's only 4 of these, and this one's not canned. Like, come on, man. Chill.
When I was a kid, they did call it political correctness, and now it's just the same thing. Well, I don't even know what they changed back then because I was too young.
We just were ruthless to each other, and everybody loved it. It was way better when you could just break somebody's chops, dig them deep on whatever. You know, mom jokes for real. You know what I mean? Like,
mom jokes are great,
but we were ruthless. If we got on your mom, that you were lucky because we're cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You know, like,
that's a good point.
That's how it was. It was like you got homies when they're going at like that was like. People got all sensitive and they ruined society with sensitivity. Nobody gives a shit, really. They're all fake. And the people that tell you that they're not are the biggest fakes.
Right.
That's how I feel. What are you compensating for? What are you doing in the dark that makes you think that you have to somehow virtue signal all these, different causes to make yourself feel better about the dark, sick, weird stuff you're into on the dark web, or what is it?
That just kind of goes into the next one. Why do people feel like they have
to compensate so much? Like,
because it gives you, when you say you do the thing, this is the thing, and I actually alluded to this about the goats, right? Like, I might just talk about this and that's enough. Because the human brain has a hard time like, if you throw a baseball, or you imagine throwing a baseball, your brain goes through very, very similar, almost exactly the same motions. Do you understand what I mean? So when you say something, sometimes for a person, that actually feels like they've actually done the thing.
But that's mental illness. When you can't discern between reality and theory, you have a mental illness. That's what that is. Like, I'm sorry if you're feeling if that baseball felt like it hit you, but it didn't.
No. What's happening is by signaling one's virtue, it's not. It's what it's doing is it's filling the space that they would need to have taken. It feels the reward is the same to them that they had done the thing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like a misunderstanding of like it's a misplaced reward. Like it's you know what I mean? Like this is I've done the thing now. This is
right. Because I ran my mouth, I'm suddenly attached to this cause.
Now I've raised awareness. Correct.
Right.
And now I've done the thing.
Really, you're
because what can I do? I still buy the thing and do all the crap that I want to do. And this is the way it lets you out. Just like with the recycling is BS. Let's roll that one up real quick. But it is. That's funny that we just rolled up with the thing with the NPR one with the whatever, dude. Let's go. You know what I mean? Holy cow! It's nuts. Oh no! I wasn't talking to you. I would roll up to the rolling recycling is a scam.
All the way to the left.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, we're gonna use NPR right now. So basically. Big ol', and we've known this for about 2 years now. 4 years?
Yeah, more than that, like 8. I watched a thing on them sending it all to Malaysia. The Vice did a thing where they GPS tracked big bales of recycling and then followed them. and they basically went to Malaysia where they have these 100-acre giant freaking piles of plastic that they just burn perpetually. Everyone around the whole place is sick. There's like black ooze and stuff everywhere. The people are like, and then they turn a lot of it, they boil it and turn it into pellets and then just put it into the ocean.
Let's go.
And that's like where all this pelletized plastic is coming from.
Wow.
Is because your recycling is not going anywhere. You're better off to throw your recycling in the garbage because it's going to get buried and it's not going to go somewhere else and pollute some third world country where, again, with virtue signaling, well, I recycle. No, you don't.
They gave you the action with that one.
You pay a whole chain of people to they make money off recycling. It's a big racket. One guy here, I'm going to give you $100,000, take all this stuff and tell people you're going to recycle it. He's like, sure. Takes the $100,000. He's like, I'll give you $50,000 if you take this and tell everybody you recycle. And all these recycling companies are only selling garbage to other people until it gets put on barges and like giant oil tankers sent over to third world countries and just melted or thrown in the ocean.
Right.
Because they'll take it for 10 cents compared to where it was $100,000 down the line. They'll take metric tons of it. Pretty crazy.
What she's saying here is none of this stuff. Bro.
Oh, they're saying it's burl.
Right, sending it to China. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, it's just a hustle. Like I said, it's a hustle. It's all the way down the line. It's a hustle. Starts with municipalities and ends with some, pirate in Malaysia buying, trash for 10 cents, getting paid 10 cents a ton and takes 50,000 tons a week,
And what's more, the makers of plastic, the nation's largest oil and gas companies, have known this all along, that none of the plastic is valuable, and that even they spend millions of dollars telling American public the opposite. Ha 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 ha. And so they told you that, so just basically that you would just shut up and put all your crap in plastic.
Yeah.
And, plastic has its place.
Yeah,
right?
It does, but I don't think
all over the place plastic is fine, but not in my soda bottle.
Yeah, like we were talking.
First of all, the soda's bad.
No food product should come in plastic. Period. There's paper. There's all of that, and then we keep it fresh. We don't need all this corporate shit.
Maybe you know what I mean.
Yeah, but that's a small thing. But then you're going to limit the amount of people that can use plastic, and then everyone want to make camping foods because the packaging, it's a slippery slope when you tell one person.
Well, right. What I mean,
it would also force these giant corporations down because you'd want to buy stuff like that. We try to do that. My wife and I, we go to the butcher, we go to the bakers. I get my stuff. My cheese is wrapped in, paper thrown in, sometimes you put plastic around it with saran wrap.
That's all right.
What I mean, but it's not packaged in that. And we get our steak the same way. It comes in paper, all of that stuff. And it's better, it's flat out. It's better. Well, I feel better. I'm healthy. I feel healthy. I feel great. I'm 50. You know what I mean? I'm almost 50. And I feel like, I'm 30.
50 is the new 30, I heard. Yeah, that's why I wanted to do the thing with the chicken and the eggs, and also like and the goat too.
It's a huge difference when you see it because we have them in there from the ones you brought.
They're amazing.
Yeah, but when you crack them, I have to bang the thing 3 or 4 times to get it to crack, or use a really sharp edge. I've learned to use the butter knife trick where you just tap them with a butter knife and it goes right in deep real quick, and then you can just
the shells. And then they're so fresh. Just like the flavor of them.
Yeah, my God, and the color. The color, don't even get me started. It looks like the sun. It's dark orange and not lime green yellow.
Limey green.
Eggs aren't lime green.
And when I was in Kentucky too, I had some goat milk and it tastes just like cow milk. And they had their cow milk. And the thing they said is just whatever it gets into. Sometimes it gets into funny stuff and it tastes funny.
Yeah, then you just don't eat it that week.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Make cheese or whatever. I probably have to make cheese if I get so much goat milk. You know what I mean?
Goat cheese is fantastic. I was on some blueberry goat cheese from the Ithaca Bakery back in the day. Man, I used to go through a brick of that a week.
I'm so excited.
Oh, it's so creamy and good.
Oh, man. So the funny thing, too, is I remember somebody telling me this a while back, and it was Elliot, the one who told us about the oats. And I just, I didn't believe him, you know what I mean? And this was a while ago. And then, then I find out it is. And it's kind of weird. And then they come out with it's them all along. It's big ol' that's doing recycle, reduce, reuse, right? And then you remember when they stopped with this one, reduce and reuse, right? It was just recycle. We ditched the other two R's.
Well, when I was a kid, they did have recycling. We used to get our soda from Eagle Soda.
Correct.
And we get these wooden boxes, big wood crates that would come with a dozen glass bottles, and you would take them down there and
refill them.
They'd take your bottles back, and you could buy your soda would be like double the price.
Oh yeah, they didn't refill them; they just gave you new bottles.
You get new bottles, right? But you send your bottles back. You know what I mean? So they would sterilize them and do their thing with them.
Again. Yeah.
And if I didn't bring the bottles back, I would pay per bottle or whatever it was, but the soda was fantastic. It was like making on-the-spot fountain sodas. I got like back in the day, I used to get this cherry soda, the best like real cherry malt soda.
Place,
oh my god!
That was right down there by where the Agway is, right?
It was by Peter Paper Eater off of Clinton Street.
Oh really?
Where it goes under the underpass right there. You know, like where Lanes is. I used to be on the corner. Yeah. You go down to like to where the stop sign, just back to the stop sign on the left-hand side. There's a house with a garage that went up in. It was like it was a bloke's house, you know what I mean? Yeah, but he had the small building off to the side, which was the Soda Works. And dude, it was so nice. But that's what I want to go back to that, you know?
Word.
It's just better on the environment. It's better. You get to know people. I got a soda guy, you know, instead of going to the store and getting everything. Yeah, I'm going to go for a quarter-mile walk and get everything I could possibly get at one store.
Yeah.
I like the interaction of smaller community. Yeah, I like to have guys.
I got my guy.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I got a butcher. I got a baker. I got a candlestick maker.
Correct. Yeah, and the bees are hard. Yeah, word. I might get bees too now. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I got your honey, by the way.
Word. Nice. So in the fall, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make some apples. We're going to have some cider. We're going to make some cider, some apple cider. We're going to show some nice recipes for apples. So stay tuned because the future is going to be bright that we actually got to wear shades.
Yep, that's for sure.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Dan.
And we out.